What's up, world? Definitely won't be before you all too long. If you can hear me clearly, let me know. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna share a big reason why you may be failing in your business and even in life. Let me just make sure that we're clear. Let me make sure we're good to go. As soon as you hop on, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're calling in from. We're gonna have a real money conversation today. Paris Simmons here, and I'm here because I want you all to win. You know, I'm getting ready for a call I got at 8 o'clock. So like I said, I can't be before you all too long. Let me make sure we're good to go. IG live, awesome, sawsome, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna share with you all a big reason why you currently may be struggling in your business, why you may be struggling in life in general. Make sure we're live. Also, and as you come on, let me know where you all are calling in from. But biggest thing is we got to really identify a few things in order to have success. So it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you do. These principles will allow you and enable you to have a lot of success. You know, ever since somebody had a serious conversation with what it is that I'm about to tell you, my life changed. And I strongly believe, I strongly feel that if you put into play, let me put this over here so they can see me. If you put it into motion, everything I'm about to tell you, your life will completely change, but more importantly, your business will completely change. I don't care if you're doing credit, you're selling tea. I don't care if you're running track. I don't care if you're doing sports. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur, you got a nail business. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to put these things into play in order to have success in life. And the number one thing, number one key, number one reason why a lot of people fail, right? Number one reason why a lot of people fail is for this very reason, right? First, you got to ask yourself, who are you listening to, right? Look at your life. Look at everything that happens. Look at everything that comes into you, anything that you really allow to touch your ear or your eye gate, right? You got to realize, who am I taking advice from, right? Is it my mother, my father, my grandmother, my professors, my coworkers, my manager, my supervisor, whatever it may be, right? What social media accounts do I follow? And the reason why this is so important is because who you listen to is going to be in direct alignment with your success. So you can look at your life right now, you can look at your results right now, and you got to ask yourself, have I been following the right people? Have I been listening to the right people? Have I been taking advice from the right people? Yes, your mother, your father, grandmother, professor, coworkers, friends, they might like you, they might love you, but when it comes to certain aspects of your life, you got to be very intentional on focusing on listening to those who have the results that you want or have been where it is that you want to go. Right? Now, if that's your mother, if that is your father, your professor, awesome. But if not, then you got to go ahead and make the conscious decision, hey, I'm going to guard my ear and my eye gate. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be rude. I'm not saying that you have to be dismissive in any way, shape, or form. But you only have one life to live. And when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, your success in life is going to be strongly connected to who you listen to, right? Who is in your ear? When you're online, what social media accounts are you following? What are you looking at on a regular basis, right? Are you looking at the same nonsense? Are you looking at everything that's going on in the world? Because the subconscious mind cannot accept or reject anything that's given to it, right? Or are you following people that have what it is that you want? Or are you following people that have done exactly what it is that you want, right? Following their lifestyle, seeing what their daily method of operation may look like, seeing what their daily plans, what their daily schedule and agenda may look like. And as you come on this, definitely like this, love this, share this, because I know it's a lot of people whose lives can change. Listen, when I got this information a few years ago, everything changed forever, right? You got to be intentional on really asking yourself, who have I allowed to influence me, right? And there are three-way questions. Like I said, I don't have too much time to be in front of you all. I got a 8 o'clock call for my Forex and crypto company. But ask yourself, as of today, who all have I been listening to, right? Secondly, who have I been hanging around? Right? The people that you hang around are going to be the people that you're just like. So if you hang around people who speak Spanish, 10 times out of 10, you're going to end up speaking Spanish. If you hang around 10 people that are struggling financially, you're more than likely going to be struggling financially. You hang out with 10 people who are wealthy, you're more than likely going to be wealthy. You hang out with 10 people that know how to play the guitar, you're probably going to learn how to play the guitar. And the same goes for whatever it is that's going on in your life. You got to really ask yourself, who am I hanging around? So say, let me take it back to 2014, 2015 pairs who may have not had the results, right? Who really didn't have anybody in my close circle in terms of friends, in terms of people I was kicking it with online that had exactly what it is that I wanted to have. What did I do? I started networking. What did I do? I got around people who had exactly what it is that I wanted, and I asked them questions, right? I asked them questions. Very simple, right? If I want to be financially free, who am I asking my questions to? People who are financially free. Right? And again, this is no slight to your professor or whoever's close to you that's giving you information. But in class, if you cheat off of somebody, right? If you're trying to if you're trying to pass a test, you're not cheating off somebody who has an F. You're not cheating off of somebody who has a D. You're going to cheat off of those who have all the answers that you want, who have 1,000% of the information. In real life, it got to be the exact same way, right? When it comes to my athletics, when it comes to anything I do, when it comes to e-commerce, the person I learned from was a millionaire. Before I had an academy, before I was able to help students get 6 and 7 figures, right? I was still doing that same thing. I was still making sure that I was going ahead. I was still making sure that I was learning from people that have what it is that I want. When I joined my current Forex and cryptocurrency business, I am Mastery Academy. Going back to the old name, what did I do? I followed the people who were making 6, 7, 8-figure earners. It's very simple. It's very simple. And the fact is, it's so much knowledge out here, right? It is so much knowledge out here. A lot of people are willing to give you the information. A lot of people are willing to give you the keys to change your life, but only if you ask them for it, right? Only if you ask them for it. I'm a strong believer that closed mouths do not get fed, right? And like I said, you got to ask yourself, who are you spending most of your time with? Look 24 hours in a day. Look at your phone log, look at your text messages, look at who is in your house if you're staying with people. Who are you spending most of your time with, right? And when you look at 2020 as a whole from January 1st to now, right, who have you been spending most of your time with, right? And after you identify that, you got to ask yourself, have you progressed towards your goals, right? I take a strong self-analysis every year. I take a strong self-analysis every single month because I got to realize and identify, am I moving closer to my goals? Am I spending time with those that haven't gotten what I want? Am I spending more time with those who aren't really conducive to me getting where I need to go as opposed to those who are, right? I tell people all the time, sometimes a season of separation is needed from anybody. Right? You could pick which person you need to separate from, right? But it was a time I had to stay away from certain people. Why? Because I had to grow. Why? Because I had to get in certain crowds where I was the dumbest in the room. I had to get in certain crowds where I was making less than anybody else. Why? So I could go ahead and continue elevating. Listen, no matter how high you go, you got to always still want for more, right? If you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find a new room. If you're the wealthiest person in the room, you need to find a new room, right? You need to always be in environments that are not cages, environments that are not going to leave you trapped in, but environments that allow you to go ahead and grow and go ahead and flourish, right? And the first thing I ask, right, the sole thing I ask before allowing anybody to pour into me, before I'm taking any advice, is do they have the results that I want to have, right? It's a simple question. Do they have the results that I want to have? I want to have an A when it comes to freedom, right? I want to have an A when it comes to health. I want to have an A down the line when it comes to my marriage. Who am I going to look from? Who am I going to learn from? People who have an A in that category, right? In that category. Years from now when I have children, what am I going to do? The same thing. Right? With people who have built what? Successful children. People who have helped raise and develop successful kids. It's the same for any aspect of life. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what your business is. It doesn't matter what your profession is. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do in life. But one thing that hinders people is they don't pay enough attention on this fact right here. Right? I wish I could go on to the different parts of this. I really don't even have time to break it down as I got to get ready for this call. But who you listen to is going to make, by watching somebody, by connecting with somebody, right? I can easily tell who they've been listening to. I can easily tell what information they've been seeing. I can easily tell what information they've been hearing, right? From the words that are coming out of their mouth, I can already tell, right? Not exactly the person specifically, but what type of people they've had around them. What type of people have been around them, right? Whether they're growing, whether they're talking positive, right? Whether they're always doubting, whether they're always speaking negativity, because out of your mouth, you create. Right? Out of your mouth, you create. So I know what audios, when I'm looking at my leaders, I know, or my emerging leaders, I know what audios they're listening to. I know who's in the book of the month. I know who's in the audio of the month, all by the words that's coming out of their mouth. I know if they're creating every single time I talk to them exactly what they've been doing. Listen, you cannot play with this. Your life can be a lot different in 90 days, right? If you feel like 2020 hasn't gone for you, you can turn that around right now. It's people out there that have exactly what you have. It's people out there that have gone through exactly what you've gone through and bodied it, right? Situations worse than you, turn it around and completely bodied it, right? So like I said, I got to get ready for my call for I Am Mastery Academy, the biggest Forex and crypto education company. If you're looking to go ahead and multiply your income, let me know. We will be $1 billion company. We're roughly at about $500 million now. And my organization is definitely going to play a large part of that. Always looking for new leaders who are serious about taking this thing to the next level. Paying attention to who I listen to completely changed my life. Right? Completely changed my life. And I put myself in crowds where I could go ahead and flourish and thrive. You know, I'm excited for what's to come in 2020. We're creating 50 people that are earning 6 figures residually and withdrawing 6 figures residually in their trading account. I tell anybody who watched me, if you were in the dorm room when Mark Zuckerberg told those 11 people about Facebook, would you have been one of the 3 that stayed? Right? Would you have been one of the 3 that stayed? Or would you have left the room and watched it become $1 billion brand? Right? If you're watching me, you definitely don't want to let that be the case. Shout out to those who plugged in. Shout out to the fam, the team that's been rocking. It's been a fun journey over the last few years, and we only got so much more room to grow. 2021 is going to be phenomenal, but we definitely going to end 2020 with a bang. Fourth quarter is my favorite quarter of the year. So if you're definitely looking to multiply your money in any way, shape, or form, let me know. We are running it up. It is up and it's stuck right now. So Paris Simmons checking out. I see you on top of the moon because the sky's never the limit. Got a call today in about 10 minutes. So if you definitely want to plug in, www.50chairmantraders.com. You can check my stories as well, but you definitely want to get plugged in. A lot of success is coming. I love you all. Definitely hope you caught value. Make sure that you are very intentional on who you listen to. Make sure you're very intentional on who you take advice from. Make sure you're very intentional on what social media accounts you follow, who's in your ear, what music you listen to, and who you allow to influence you. If you pay attention to this very on, your life can look a lot differently 12 to 18 months. Your life can look a lot differently 1 to 2 years from now. But you definitely got to be intentional. You got to put a conscious effort on that, and I promise you'll have a lot of success. So I'll see y'all on my call, and I'll catch y'all on the next live. Y'all have a wonderful night.